ball knocked loose. White dive on it.
This is twice now the Celtics have been first to the floor. They try to
Save with Horford. Unbelievable.
Boston first to the floor. So good.
Brown fakes, fires up the three. Bang! Tatum dives on the floor. Everybody dives. Jaylen Brown with the flush. Blocked by Porzingis. He's doing it all. Tatum spinning, driving, layup. Washington drives. Blocked by White. Oh, what a block from Derek White.
The end times are nigh. Wayne Spooney here, First to the Floor podcast, joined by Jake Eisenberg. Jake.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I tried to warn everybody that it was happening. And first time I've been right all year, it feels like.
Right.
And
I will say, go ahead.
Okay, no, you go.
I was just going to say, me and Ben were very much like, this is hopium that we are saying Spurs in 6. I feel like I've been right there with you. You have definitely been leading the parade, but I feel like I've been right there with you. Like the Knicks are fucking for real. I don't get people writing them off.
Yeah, so they're clearly for real. But man, like the devil magic that's happening
I know.
with the New York Knicks, because I think about it, from the Celtics perspective, and it's like, okay, how easy is it to play the beautiful brand of basketball when you're trusting every teammate to hit 45% of their threes, and everyone on the opposing defense is closing out like everyone on the team is shooting 45% from three. And the one guy that's not shooting hot from three is Brunson, and no one's going to guard him any differently. Right? Like people are going to continue to send a shitload of attention towards him. And I looked at it like just before, and it's like in this 13-game winning streak, Towns 48% from three, OG 46% from three, Bridges 42% from three, Shamet 62% from three.
Crazy.
Like, and these are good shooters. Bridges. And that's literally what feels like something like Bridges and Derek White going opposite directions just changes everything. I feel like Bridges is one of those bellwether guys for the Knicks. When he's playing really well and he's aggressive and he's knocking down shots, it leads into the offense, leads into the defense. They're pretty much unbeatable. When Derek White's having those like hyper efficient scoring nights and the defense starts to have to react to him, and it just opens stuff up for Tatum and opens stuff up for Jaylen, they are essentially unbeatable. And right now, like as a team across this 13-game winning streak, they're 40+% from three. They just are not missing shots. There's more to it than just that. But Caleb Martin's sitting back there and being like, man, I thought I was shooting good. This whole team's doing it.
I know, dude. A whole team of Caleb Martins. Our worst nightmare. And like my guy, Deuce McBride, he's also at 42% in the playoffs. I missed him if you said him. He hit a crazy three, like when they absolutely need it. Yeah. And so like, if you look at the stats, right, on wide open threes, the Knicks are at 41.5%, San Antonio 41.6% throughout the playoffs. That's second and third. But when you go to open threes, which are like not that open,
not
it can
open.
Defender
NBA open.
Yeah, 4 feet near you when they're like a 6'7" guy is not really an open three. Knicks far and away at 39% lead the playoffs, and the Spurs are at 29.8%. The Knicks also, are top 5 in volume for open threes. So like basically they're making not just the open threes, they're also at 35% on tightly contested threes too, right? So they're just making them all. Everything. It does not matter. Yeah. And it
matches like the eye test.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like some of these threes Bridges is getting, like that one when there was like no time on the shot clock and he like almost gets all the way through his shooting motion, but actually doesn't. And you're like, this isn't going. Oh, no, it's in. Swish. It's just absolutely crazy. And the fact that they weather a pretty inefficient game from Jaylen Brunson makes me think like this could be a wrap pretty quickly. I do think the Spurs are doing an awesome job on Brunson for the most part, but it's like, it doesn't matter because you have to send so much attention to him and the other guys are shooting like this. And Cat Cat should probably win the Finals MVP, dude. I cannot believe this. Like, I've never been so wrong about an NBA season. The only thing I got right about this NBA season was Dylan Harper would be fucking awesome. Really. That's it. I've been dead ass wrong on everything else.
I had the Spurs winning 50 plus. Didn't see, obviously, this coming. Riven's saying I got it wrong about Cat. I feel like I got it 100% right about Cat. I said that he was going to be like the skeleton key to this series, and he has been. Celtics blogged it a round table. 10 people picked 10 people's responses. 9 picked the Spurs. I'm the one that picked the Knicks. And I said it's going to be because of Towns. And it's not just the offense and the ability to space the court in a way that not really any other big man in the league can. Like, he can shoot from like logo distance, quick trigger. You have to defend him. And then the ability to put it on the deck. He's cooking Wemby. So, like, when you talk about Finals MVP, it's clearly Cat to me. And I do not understand how Brunson's the favorite. I obviously understand that's partly projection. But when you think about this series, the only way the Spurs win in the playoffs and win in general, really, is the dominance of Victor Wembanyama. The team is good around him, but, like, let's be for real. The reason they're this good is because Victor Wembanyama is playing like the best player in the league throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the Knicks, and specifically Towns, has completely neutralized him. Not completely neutralized him. Obviously, Wemby's had moments, but, like, he's pulling Wemby out. Wemby doesn't really have anyone to guard. The heart thing's not really working. And then they tried him on OG at times because that was like maybe someone he can handle, like, off the dribble. OG put it into his chest. Towns, when he has Wemby on him, driving straight past him. And defensively, Cat's owning him. Cat's playing. Part of the analysis that was very difficult to see was Towns becoming a top 5 player right now, like, impact wise.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
I think just because of the big man position and what someone with this level of versatility and offensive skill has, and then when you pair it with his improved defense in back-to-back playoffs now, by the way, he was good defensively against the Celtics after we laughed at him for an entire season.
I know.
Which was deserved.
Yeah.
Which was deserved. But now he's averaging 20, 13, and 4 on 66% true shooting in this series in 2 games.
Dude.
And slowing Wemby down.
It's incredible. His previous high in assists in a playoffs was 2.6. He's at 5.6 for these playoffs. Like, the passing, the way that when Brunson's off the court, they run the offense through him, his ability to draw to and make the right play, which has been his problem his entire career, is that you could double Cat and force him into bad decisions, and you just can't with this version of Cat. I will say, like, I'm not really sure the Spurs defense is the problem. The Knicks have a 106 offensive rating, which obviously it's the finals. Offense is going to be suppressed somewhat, but that would be last by a long shot in the regular season NBA. They can't fucking score. They have a 100 offensive rating in this series, if I'm checking it correctly, which I think I am. But so, like, the defense, it hasn't been great. Like, ideally, you've got Wemby, you're shutting Brunson down for the most part. You expect to, like, really be able to smother them, and the Knicks are definitely doing enough. They're doing it in spurts. Like, they get really hot and, like, build up these runs, and then they go cold. It's just they cannot score.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of it is, like, everybody's done a really good job on Wemby. Like, Fox has had his moments, but he's, to me, kind of been a problem in this series for them. And, like, they need, in my opinion, some more Dylan Harper and guys to just make some shots too. And, like, the credit to the Knicks, dude, the defense has been crazy. OG's been crazy. Like, it's just, Cat has been so good.
So good.
It doesn't make any sense.
And it doesn't matter. Like, no one that's on the Knicks or someone that's a Knicks fan should give a shit who wins Finals MVP. And we honestly, in the moment, didn't give a shit about who won Finals MVP. And neither did Tatum, neither did Jaylen at the time. I think what's frustrating for Celtics fans, at least I'll speak for myself, is the conversation around Brunson versus what the conversation was around Tatum through the 2024 playoff run. Like the tie always goes to the best player. And like in the Eastern Conference finals, Tatum has like 30, 10, and 6 on just as good as efficiency as Jaylen, and he's the best player doing everything, and it still goes to Jaylen. It was closer in the finals, but like you remember what happened in games 1 and 2 of the finals. It was like the Celtics won those games. Even in the first couple games of the Pacers series, Tatum was putting up like these 30 bombs, and they were winning, by the way. And it was like, he's got to do more. Like, he's just not good enough. And you look at Brunson and the Zach Lowe pod afterwards, and they're reacting how they should. It's like these clutch buckets from Brunson matter. They really do. And like he needs to empty the clip. Sometimes it's not going to be efficient. It doesn't actually matter, which I agree with. What sucks though is why does it only not apply to Tatum? It's like Shea playing like garbage in the Western Conference Finals. No one really cares. No one really cared. It was like, oh, good game 7. He was awesome. It's like, well, they may have won the series, by the way, if he was Mr. Efficiency Man in the actual games that they needed him to be Mr. Efficiency Man in. And Tatum's like, it's really frustrating because like Brunson's the king of New York for hitting with a one shot. He went 7 for 25.
Dude, he hasn't hit 40% shooting in this series, dude. Yeah. And like, not only that, is like Tatum was playing fucking center on defense, dude, and playing point guard. Like, yeah, no shit, he missed a few threes. Like, he's guarding Daniel Gafford for 36 minutes a night. Like, what are we doing here, people? The conversation, the only guy, and credit to him, who actually 2 guys who I think really got it with how Tatum was playing was Timph and Ryan Russillo.
Yes,
credit to Russillo was like, this guy's 6'9" playing point guard and playing center on defense. Like that, we are not talking about how incredible this has been. Like, I don't give a shit if he's shooting 22% from 3 or whatever. Like, this is amazing. And then I saw somebody, it was a Mavs fan, posted a compilation like, we would have won the finals if it weren't for Luka's defense. And it was like 4 minutes of Tatum just blowing by him and making the right read. Like every time, like he wouldn't get the assist a lot of the times, but it was like blow by, get the churn going, offense clicks. And he was inefficient, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is like the least efficient shit of all time.
It was one game. It was the game 2 where he was 6 for 22, but Brunson just goes 7 for 25. And which is worse. And then by the way, he's also got like a 1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio in these 2 games. Yeah. Whereas Tatum, I'm looking at it now, ironically, Tatum was 5 assists to 6 turnovers in game 1, but then 12 assists to 3 turnovers. By the way, 11 rebounds, 9 rebounds. Like he would, and we knew said it at the time. He's doing everything. Like he's unlocking all of the offense consistently. The conversation's so frustrating because I agree with how they're talking about Brunson. He is the king of New York. He does deserve to go down as a top 2, 3, 4 Knick of all time because of this run and because of what he's done for the Knicks. But I'm like, Towns has clearly been the best player in this series. Brunson's a -2 through 2 games as well. So it's also the advanced stuff is not on his side, whereas Towns has been a plus a million and unlocking everything. And even in this playoff run, Brunson and Towns on the court together, plus 12.3. Brunson on, Towns off, plus 5.3. Towns on, Brunson off, plus 25.
That's insane, dude. Like that's when you expect to win those. You expect to dominate in those minutes when Brunson sits. And if like you're just going to get blown out in them, you don't, that's how you win a title right there.
Yeah, exactly. And even they're kind of, and then that bench stretch in game 2 where Towns gets into foul trouble. Brunson's resting and Deuce, Alvarado. And that's the magic of this Knicks team. It's not just the shooting. Clearly they're playing together. Like Mitchell Robinson having the size to hang and make things difficult as well. And you flip it and you think about this from a Celtics perspective, you're like, would have been good to keep playing all the guys that were really good, man. Like how do you win the non-Tatum minutes? You lean into the offensive rebounding, you lean into all the athleticism, you play this like ultra chaos mode. You stick Jordan Walsh on Tyrese Maxey, who's been the only guy that can guard him all season long. All these things that the Knicks you're seeing do by like dipping into their deep bench, even like Jordan Clarkson playing a couple of minutes. It's like Mike Brown's been pressing all the right buttons, but like the willingness to press the buttons that Joe Mazzulla wasn't willing to press in that first round. And you're like, who knows if they would have beaten the Knicks? Probably not, considering what they're doing. But like you had to give yourself a chance because I think the Celtics are designed to defend them in a way that and go at them in a way that the Spurs are not able to, because with the Wemby matchup, he's just not ready for this. Like I've seen Spurs being like, why does he keep doing Jamal Crawford camp?
It's crossovers and dude, he's going through the legs a few too
What are we
many
doing?
times. Yeah, man. I saw somebody just posted there like Wemby needs to watch some Al Jefferson tape, and it's just like Al Jefferson one dribble post moves. It's like he would be unstoppable. The problem is his balance is so high. His center of gravity rather is so high that you can kind of push him off the spot. So like he ends up posting up and it's like a hook shot from 10 feet. And if you're the defense, it's like, he'll make some of those, but you live with that all day long. I really don't know what the answer is for the Spurs other than like, I think it's like play better.
Yeah, it
is the answer for them. Like schematically, again, like I don't think this has been a disaster, but I would lean more into Dylan Harper, and I think you got to have some balls and sit Fox. Like Fox can play, but he's like the perfect sixth man in this series for like 20 minutes. And I know you probably feel like you need his ball handling at times, but like Harper's got to play. Castle can handle the ball. Vassell can do a little bit of that too. I think you just kind of do it by committee and keep the defensive lineups out there and try to continue to squeeze and then if you are really like forcing turnovers and forcing misses, that will help the offense out big time too, when you're not picking the ball out of your basket. Man, like I haven't checked the numbers on this, but I don't know if Luke is long for this series. It's been pretty tough from what I have not watched I did not watch all of game 2. I did watch a good amount today.
He's fine.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that it's like when you have a player, actually, you know what? I'll say it after we hit PrizePicks.
Yes. Let's do it.
PrizePicks time. Regular season's over. The worst case scenario is about to happen. Old president number 40 something's going to be at the game. And why not sprinkle some PrizePicks amongst the MSG magic and chaos for game 3? And this is the game, man. Like we need the Spurs to win this one. There's no better way to cash in on the high flying hoops than PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, and every win means more when you're playing on PrizePicks. So don't pass up your next shot with PrizePicks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. And Spooney, I don't know how we did on our WNBA one.
Skylar did not come through for us.
Okay.
Diggins did not come through for us, but I got a couple, I think, juicy ones here. Cat Moore, 1.5 threes. How are we feeling about that? Okay.
Lock it in.
Dylan Harper, Moore, 13.5 points.
Hatton has to.
Yeah, he's got, if they're screwed if he doesn't. And then Josh Hart, kind of a slow game, Brickfest this past game. Moore, 9 points. He can get to 10. MSG, he's getting run out. He makes a couple threes. Like I feel like he's at home now.
Yep, we can play that game.
Okay, all right. 20 to win 125. So let's see it. Hopefully Dylan Harper goes for 40, Josh Hart 10, and Cat makes a couple threes, and the Spurs by 1,000.
Yeah. Please win
I know
the game. Just like for the pure, like I don't think the Spurs, they can't, like, look, they've been up big in both of these games. They've been up in the fourth quarters late. But like going back to that offense thing, they don't really have that way to create an easy shot. At the same time, I know Wemby can make that shot that he missed over Mitchell Robinson.
Yep.
If you don't throw the ball off Castle at the end of the game, like maybe you score, or at least you go to overtime. Like they could have easily been up 2-0. Obviously they're not, and they lost by double digits in game 1. But to quote Bill Simmons, now you got to win 6 games.
Yeah.
You already lost. You lost 2. You should have won. They got to win 4 more. So that feels like a big ask. But can you win game 3 and make it a series for fun?
Yeah, 2-1. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's on. It's on. The pressure's on the Knicks, in my opinion. Obviously that's not entirely true, but I blame Castle for that, dude. He like turned, asked for the ball,
and then
turned around and ran. And it's like, you are the guard. It is crunch time. I don't care if he doesn't pass it to you immediately. Walk up to his ass and fucking take it from him. You do not want Wemby dribbling up the court with like 45 seconds left or whatever there was. Like, I just feel like that was a really bizarre, like, oh yeah, you take it, big fella. Like it's an 11-point game in the third quarter of a January regular season game. Like, no, go get the damn ball. Obviously, Wemby is not blameless. But to me, it's like, dude, you just got to make sure of shit like that. And they just seemed hurried. 2 young guys just doing young guy things.
Shout out Brittany Hottie 94 on the stream here. I hope this stream triggers the Knicks. We're fucking trying.
Yeah, they're the best team ever.
We're trying really hard to do it because coming back is going to be tough. But yeah, I'm with you. If you're Castle, you can't. Once you turn around and ask for it, you have to wait until it's definitely not coming to you. And I get it. Like it's just sometimes shit happens.
Yep.
I honestly, and this is like Monday morning quarterbacking, but like as soon as they got the rebound, I yelled timeout.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they haven't gotten anything good. I don't trust them to do the right thing, really. Granted, I know like they've hit big shots against the Thunder, but I can honestly say I put my hand up and said, timeout. And obviously they had another chance to win it still. So that's what I think gives you confidence is that they haven't been out of these games, obviously. So like maybe the Knicks don't shoot 40% from 3. And so Claude, I asked Claude just before we started to run the numbers on when we shoot 40% or better across the previous 5 playoff runs. So 2022 through 2026. And I think it had us at 25-4, which like across the whole. Anyway, it's like an 88 winning percentage across the 5 years, and the Knicks are shooting 40% or 3 from 3 or better. Is it that? I just like if we shoot your 40% from 3, everybody fucking wins. If you're like a good team, good defensively, all these things. The problem was in the 2026 series, the 3 games we shot 40% from 3, we won, and below 40% from 3, 0-4. The problem was you were 28, 27, 26, and 26. So like they played like garbage and there was stuff they could have done better, but fuck, man, they shot like absolute shit. And Derek's a huge part of that in all of the losses.
Yeah, man. Wise man on this podcast once say orange ball go in.
Orange ball.
And when the orange ball don't go in, man, it really and I feel like there's a lot of like process or results over process too. And I'm guilty of it sometimes too. Where, you know, people are like, look at the Knicks process. It's so great. But, you know, everyone was going crazy over that possession that got Bridges the corner 3.
Yeah.
If that shot doesn't go in, we never see that clip, right? Then there's plenty of other possessions where it's like a Brunson ISO that goes nowhere. He forces something up and it's a brick, right? It's not like their process has been incredible. It's just when they do get it right, they don't fucking miss.
Yeah.
It's
and
like,
dude,
yeah,
some of the
of course
shots,
it looked good.
Like OG, it's what he does, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it like 10 times.
Tough shots, man. He
Game
really
3 in the bubble against the Celtics. I feel like it's our fault, honestly.
Yeah.
It's Jalen's fault. This is why this is happening. If you just covered that one shot, OG would never have figured out that he could hit big shots. And look at him now. All right.
Really quick. Yeah. We're Z Gamer, I think it was in the Discord, was like, the Patreon is not happening at 8:30. It never
Damn right.
has. Let's do 10 minutes. So there was a report that essentially said like, you know, maybe the Celtics, I put zero stock into this at all, other than like it might be a possibility, but they didn't hear from the Celtics. I'll say that. I don't even remember who reported it. That like Celtics might be interested in Jaylen trades that are not Giannis trades, but are more for maintaining or creating future flexibility. Obviously, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts there, but like, what are your thoughts when you see something like that, Jake?
Jabroni in the chat. Typical Celtics logic. The Knicks are cheating somehow. Come on, man. Like, use your brain. We're joking. Clearly, they're not cheating, but they are cheating, and we hate it. But
Yeah, exactly.
so I start to get a little bit worried about Chisholm and the ownership group.
Mhm.
Al Horford Pacino, our guy, kind of brought this to my attention. It's like, I don't look, any trade with that Brad makes, you kind of have to give some benefit of the doubt to, obviously. But if we're trading Jaylen for spare parts, basically, I start to get pretty worried. And the trade that's at the top of all of these lists is the Trey Murphy trade.
Yeah.
And I really like Trey Murphy. I do not like Trey Murphy if he's your second best player. Now, if you're getting at least 3 unprotected New Orleans Pelicans picks in this new lottery world, yeah, that's nice. But it also signals like, okay, well, we're actually retooling now.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to stay below the luxury tax. You don't have 2 guys making like $65-70 million. The trade that Bill Simmons floated in this regard was Pelicans getting Jaylen Brown. Boston gets Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Yves Missy, 2030 Pelicans pick swap, and then a Denver first rounder. Denver gets Sam Hauser and a 2026 second rounder because the Nuggets are trying to get rid of stuff. Oh, and the Celtics also get Cam Johnson. So Trey Murphy, Cam Johnson, Herb Jones, Yves Missy, and 2 first round picks, one of them being a 2030 pick. I like the haul, but I don't know, man. It's just you're putting a lot of like where's the creation now? It's Tatum. I know there's some really strong Peyton Pritchard believers out there, and I like the idea of empowering him more. Can he be a secondary creator on a title team? I don't know. But I know you look at the Knicks, like the secondary creator is Cat, but he's a unicorn and like to do, and like this is, as we just kind of covered, he's really fucking good and at a position where he can take advantage in a lot of different ways. Your thoughts on that package and this concept?
Okay, so Cam Johnson, Herb Jones, and Trey are basically
And
the guys.
Yves Missy.
And yeah, I mean, he's
But
basically
nice
data.
nice to have.
Yeah, no, he's at absolutely a 15-minute a night.
Yeah.
It probably could survive in the playoffs too.
Sure.
You can move his feet a little bit. To me, I love Trey. I think I'm probably higher on Trey than the consensus. I do kind of believe in some of the creation stuff, but he ain't Jaylen Brown on ball at all. Cam Johnson, I mean, like,
Nope.
he's just a contract at this point, in my opinion. Like, he looked not up for the
Tough
bright
season.
lights. Yeah, really tough season. I don't know if he was hurt or what it was, but I don't believe, to me, he is zero value. Like, I mean, he's a useful-ish player, but I don't think you can be like, hey, we're getting Cam Johnson back as part of this deal. Love Herb Jones. He's great. You can ignore him in the playoffs. I mean, I know he makes threes now, but I really don't.
Sure.
Yeah, but he's just one of those kind of like fake shooter guys. It's like, hey, he's shooting 38% from 3, but it's on like 4
back-to-back years now. He's at 30%. He's had one season at 42, and every other season, the highest before, other than that, his rookie year at 33.7. So he's not a shooter.
Yeah, I was anchored on that one year where he like started making them randomly, I guess. Yep. You know, excuse me for not paying attention to the Pelicans.
No, I thought it was better than that.
I know. No, yeah. But like, he's just not a guy that you can rely on to play like wing minutes at 36 minutes a night in the playoffs. So,
and like, why Herb Jones when you have Baylor, Ugo, Walsh, Ron Harper Jr.?
Yeah, Herb Jones is great, but like, he is not. That trade to me does not make us better. I have a different Pelicans one that I think is interesting. Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Trey Murphy. Hey, this guy played a bunch of games last year. And Zion.
Yeah, I know. I've seen this. I can't in good conscience do the trade unless I'm getting the picks though.
Yeah. Pick whatever. Say we get 2 picks or something like
I
that.
don't know. I think that is so important.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
picks.
Say we get 2 picks.
I don't know if that's enough. Because obviously Zion healthy is
Zion was so good. I mean, he was good.
he was good. He wasn't peak Zion
No, definitely not.
yet.
22 a game or something like that.
Does he get the culture bump? Right?
Oh, totally. Of course he does. He'll slim out immediately. Be like Luka on the Lakers.
Because this is the type of trade I think that if you can get 3 unprotected Pelicans picks with the upside swing of Zion and getting Trey Murphy, you have my attention. You have my
I don't know
attention.
if I don't think I mean, I would maybe consider it, but
Gun to my head, I'm walking away.
I am
walking
too.
away.
I am
But
too. I just think it's fun, man. And like you want creation off the ball. The problem is Zion can't there's no defensive position for Zion because he doesn't shoot. So he basically has to be a 5.
but House, you're having a 3-hour meeting about this one.
Maybe, yeah. You're calling everybody.
Yeah,
House.
maybe at dinner, Brad Stevens, cup of cocktails. I don't know those Zion rim finishing numbers.
Yeah.
Maybe you
fire
fire up,
Zion 4 years ago, House.
maybe you fire up that Lakers playing game.
Yeah.
So,
So
tantalizing.
yeah, it is tantalizing. But to me, like it's just too because in this one, look, Pelicans are not going to give you 3 picks for that. I just really don't think they're doing that.
But you can't rule anything out when it comes to
No,
that.
that's true.
Is the part of this why I think you have to remain, or I have to remain open-minded, because like I agree with you. I'm like, well, they're not going to give you 3 unprotected picks. I'm like, well, they traded an unprotected pick for Derek Queen, so who knows? But that's interesting. But like to me, if it's not a Giannis trade, I don't want to do a Jaylen trade. I haven't seen anything out there where I'm like, I'm doing that deal unless you really get the complete overload on from a team pick wise. Like the Pelicans are perfect in this regard. You can be really confident being in a Western Conference, even if they're like somewhat competent, they're not going to be making the playoffs. And so you're going to be right in that like,
Oh yeah,
perfect lottery zone. Even if you're at the bottom, like, and you're in 2 balls instead of 3 ball range, I promise you, like, you're going to have at least one of those years where you're in the good range. And so they're incredibly valuable, and you could use those picks to then go get whoever. But like, I don't know. Not breaking up the Jays for like the maybes type of stuff.
yeah. Like Houston could intrigue me. I think Houston's a team that could intrigue me for sure. Depending what's on the table.
There's no one on the team that makes me feel stuff in the same way that Trey Murphy makes me feel stuff.
That's true. I think Trey's the best player out of like any of the guys that would actually get traded. I mean, like the problem is Trey has some like real serious, like not serious, but some real injury concerns.
Yes, he does.
Like he misses a lot of games.
Yep.
But he's fucking 6'9", dude.
Yeah.
Like him and Tatum at the 3 and 4 is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think, depending on the picks, like if you just overload us with picks, I think you can't say no, even if it is Zion. There's a lot of outs on his contract.
Exactly.
So gives you a lot of flexibility there. And Trey's age appropriate, really good, and huge. But man, like Jaylen, look, he had a tough playoff, two pretty tough playoffs in a row, but he has done it in the finals, and there's just not a lot of dudes in the NBA you can say that about.
Nope. Steven Adams would be great for us, says Blamo. Agree. I don't know why Houston's trading him, because he was kind of the key to their entire team. But strong agree from me. All right, Spooney. So we're going to jump over to the Patreon at some point here. Do you want to give us a couple of draft names for us to scope out before, and we can maybe dive into them at another point, a little bit deeper?
Yeah. So my number one guy for the Celtics, 6'4" guard out of Iowa, is Bennett Sturtz. Just like elite dribble pass shoot guy, shot 37% on a fucking absurd number of self-created, like ridiculous threes. Like you get him in the Missoula system, he's basically 6'4" Peyton Pritchard. with better passing chops.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, he is like, if you look at his college
He's a
stats,
white. I see this.
he is, yeah. Shares a name with my son too, which is kind of a unique first
Cool.
name. So I'm in on that. So he's just like, really, really incredible feel for the game. You'll never guess it. Not a great defensive player. But he shoots the absolute lights out. Really good feel for the game. Can put it on, like, played point guard at 6'4" for Iowa in the Big Ten, which is an incredible college basketball conference. He's older too. I think he's ready to contribute. Played well in big games too. Iowa made a deeper run than everybody expected. So for me, he's the guy, especially if you're looking for extra off the bounce juice and creation. Like, other than Pritchard, he's just a different archetype than anything else we really have on the bench, where it's mostly like kind of the hustle guys. And he's got a lot more dribble pop than Baylor does.
Okay. I like it. I'll have to do the this is good. I haven't decided my YouTube deep dives yet, so this is where we'll add old Bennett to the top of the list.
Hell yeah. Hannes Steinbach, he's 6'11" forward. I honestly think his future is probably as a center for Washington. He 34% from three, but on only 2 attempts. But I think he's going to shoot the ball eventually in his career. 76% from the line. He just moves 18.5 and 12. He just is a really fluid mover, great finisher around the rim. Defensively, there's maybe some questions, some issues, but I think he can figure it out with the way he moves. So Henry Visar, I think he stayed in the draft, center out of North Carolina. Just kind of an interesting, unique big man. Really good feel for the game. He's absolutely massive. He's over 7 feet. And so, like, shot 43% from three on 3 attempts a game, which was new to his game this year, averaged 17 and 9. And then the last guy is, I always fuck his name, Zuby Ejiofor from St. John's, 6'9", probably a center, but like crazy switchable defender. It's super, like, just strong, nasty son of a bitch who can switch probably on all 5 positions.
I like it.
He just has to be able to shoot the ball or do something offensively, and I'm not really sure he can. But I think he's basically very similar to Ugo, but he's more of like the center version of Ugo. Just plays super hard.
I like it. I do honestly feel as if I'm just size and athleticism with some skill pilled. Obviously, like, you need the skill as well. 60% on twos for his college career, 59.4 at least. So, those are important. No threes. We're taking the threes away from Missouri.
Not happening.
Not allowed.
All right. Let's jump over to the let's jump
Patreon.
over to the
Patreon. I'm gonna ask you one question when we get there. Why guards? Obviously, big men when it comes to the draft. 2, we're gonna do the remaining big man trade stuff, and then we'll finish with my Division 3 Rec League story time.
Hell yeah.
As
Can't wait.
the Alley-Oopsies move towards the playoffs as reigning champions. So,
Oh shit.
yeah, very exciting.
All right. Thanks everybody. Join us on the Patreon. We are out. Peace.